I like it. Mikal Bridges. Every day we're just like Mikal Bridges might not be a number one, and then he has another game, and you know what? Mikal Bridges keeps telling us, "You got to take me serious. I might be a number one." Averaging like 26 a night, shooting like 56% from the field, 50% from three. You know what is it? Like 5, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Out here, a steal and a half, a block a night. Mikal Bridges, the freaking franchise cornerstone for the Brooklyn Nets, whose future looked very bright regardless if they trade everyone not named Nick Claxton, Mikal Bridges, and Cam Thomas this offseason, this team has some formidable players around, especially with Mikal Bridges here looking like a guy who could be a really good Robin to a Batman if a Batman type player became available. Thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely need a Batman type of player. This is all. It is cool to see. He had 19 in the first quarter yesterday.
Before you continue, Mikal Bridges can be a Chris Middleton to a Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's what it's looking like right now. No doubt about that. It would be cool to see them get into the playoffs and just see even the play-in, which, I mean, they're not going to fall out, but it would just be kind of cool to see what happens in those games. Mikal stepping up. I think he'd be more of a nice complimentary. That's what he's trending towards right now. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep in mind the number one option's he's also gotta make everybody better. And I'm not saying Mikal can't do that. I'm just saying I think he's more of a complimentary number two.
No, I agree. I think he's more of a complimentary number two. And as we look at the NBA salaries of potential players who could become available this offseason, that maybe they want to put together money for a trade. And obviously, we know that I don't think Damian Lillard would be put on a trade. But again, looking at the Giannis Antetokounmpo comparison and Chris Middleton, again, Damian Lillard's not going to be available for trade. But if you look around the league, and you think who could the Nets trade basically their half of their roster or somebody for that is better than Mikal Bridges that could become available? And obviously that is a little difficult to gauge because I don't think any player that of that caliber is going to be moved. It's really hard. But let's say if Karl Anthony Towns is moved, do you think? But I think Karl Anthony Towns and both Mikal Bridges are number twos. Maybe I'm wrong. I just think you find a guy, per se, Luka Doncic, all right, would be a great guy for Mikal Bridges to play alongside, in my opinion, or Jimmy Butler. Your thoughts?
But those are man. He's played with Devin Booker for several seasons and was never number two. I think the ball wasn't in his hands nearly as much right now, but.
What about this? Oh, I don't know how you would do this. I don't know. Yeah, because I want Mikal Bridges to stay in Brooklyn, but all the players that I want Mikal Bridges to play next to be the co-star, they're not getting traded. So it's just that's why the Brooklyn Nets, they need to look around. If you have Mikal as your number one, I think he's got to be like a co-number one where you have multiple studded players, around him. Like if you traded for a Zach LaVine and then traded for.
That's a nice couple of season playing berths. I don't think Mikal Bridges can be a number one. This is my take here. I think a disgruntled star that came to mind could be Trae Young. I also don't think that happens quite yet. I don't even know if that happen, but
would it be
maybe they get a Freddie VanVleet, something like that.
What about if Anthony Simons? There's rumors that the Trailblazers might trade Anthony Simons because they're done having a small backcourt, and you do an Anthony Simons and then you pivot and you also get yourself a guy like I said, a Zach LaVine or a DeMar DeRozan, and you have Simons, Mikal Bridges, either DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine.
If they want Lavin, they can have him.
I know, but you get what I'm saying? Do you think that would work? Because I don't think there is a number one, oh my God, player where he's clearly way better than Mikal Bridges going to be available to trade for.
No, I think Anthony and Mikal and even LaVine is still a nice little play-in berth.
Yeah.
Claxton, though, he's rising.
Claxton is rising.
Brooklyn's in an interesting spot. I'm not necessarily sold on it. They do what they have to do.
Of course, and I think it's that.
I have zero faith in Sean Marks or Josiah, so that's also an issue. But Jack Vaughn, I'll put some faith in. He'll keep me going.
He'll keep you going. I think this is a team that I have faith in Mikal Bridges, and them figuring it out. It's just maybe this is a team where it's going to have to be a team that has a collective group effort if they become a good team next season instead of a one man show.
Definitely.
But let's pivot over here and let's talk about a team that beat a team last night. And like you said, they're looking like a